it's Mai and welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys the books that I read in February. So if you guys want to hear what I read, just keep watching. If you guys watched my February TBRs, you guys will know that I had 3 books that I plan on reading, and I did end up reading those books. I'll share a little bit of my thoughts with you guys and what I thought about the books and stuff. We're gonna first start off with a book that I finished not in February, but it was like towards the end of January. So I'm gonna include it in this February wrap up, and that is Winter Song by S.J. Jones. Winter Song is about a girl named Lizzo who, when she was a kid, she befriended the Goblin King, and as she grew when she grew up, she forgot about the Goblin King, and one day her sister gets kidnapped by the by the Goblin King and the goblins, and she eventually goes underground to try to save her sister, and then stuff happens underground. So yeah, I have a review for this book coming up really soon. Hopefully it's up by now, or if it's not, it'll be up really soon. But I didn't like this book. I thought it was super boring. I didn't like the main character. I go more in depth why I don't like her, but I didn't like the main character. I didn't like the Goblin King. I didn't like the storyline. Nothing happens at all. Nothing caught my interest in this book, and I just felt like it was very boring, and it has so much potential, but it just fell flat for me. So yeah, I ended up giving this book a 2 out of 5 because I didn't like it. I finished it, but I didn't like it, and I just didn't like how the story went and stuff. So yeah. The second book I read was Every Day by David Levithan, and the reason I read this book was because the movie came out, and I did see the movie. I have some thoughts about the movie in general, but you know, I'll leave that for a different video or maybe a different post. But yeah, Every Day follows A, who is like a soul, a traveling soul, and I guess yeah, he's like, I don't know what he is, okay? This is just my description of it. He's like a traveling soul, and every day he goes to a different body every day. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. He ended up reading Rihanna, and he falls in love with her, and he ended up telling her what he is and stuff, and then, you know, stuff happens. I'm not going into much detail because, you know, I don't want to give out too much about the book and stuff, but I really like the book. I really like the book overall. There are some parts that I was like, ooh, no. But other than that, I really like A as a character. I just feel bad for Rihanna. I really like the book. I am giving the book a 4 out of 5. It was not my favorite. There was no like, oh my god, I love this book moment, but I really enjoyed the book, and I really enjoyed it was a super quick read too. So yeah. The next book I read, it was Always and Forever by Laura Jean, which was in my TBRs. Always and Forever, Laura Jean by Jenny Han. It was a little slow for me. Just because the first 2 was so much better. This book was just, you know, not as good, you know, not as good, and then the conflict she goes through is just, it didn't seem interesting to me. It was okay. It was a really good, it was okay. It was a really good addition to the first 2 books, but I feel like you don't need to read this book to be satisfied, because I was satisfied with the previous 2, and I love how the previous 2 ended, and this is just like a little, you know, I guess this is just more for like the fan of the previous 2 books to what happens in the relationship and all that stuff. But the series overall didn't need this book. I ended up giving this book a 3 out of 5 because it was good. The next book I read was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and I've heard so many good things about this book. I've heard people loving this book, it's good. It has its moments. I just couldn't get into the whole I just couldn't get into the book, right? I don't know how I feel about the book yet. I have mixed feelings about it. It's like, I feel like it could be a really good book, but it also could be a really bad book, depending on, like, you know, my state of mind when I'm reading it. Okay. So I just realized I was in manual focus for most of the half of the video, so I'm sorry if I was not in focus the first half, but hopefully we're in focus now. Where was I going with this? Okay, Throne of Glass, right? I could see why people like it. I just don't know if it's for me. I don't know my opinion on this book yet. I don't know how I feel about this book yet. I don't know how I feel about the series overall yet. I think I'll have a better opinion if I read the second book and so on, and see how I feel about it. But as of right now, it's an okay book. So yeah, I ended up giving the book a 3 out of 5 on Goodreads. And then the last book I read was Someday, Another Day by David Levithan. It's the what is that called? It's not a sequel, but it's like a companion. Okay, it's a companion book to Everyday, and Everyday is from A's view, whereas Another Day is from Rihanna's view. So I wanted to read both view before I watched the movie, because I want to see how they did the movie and stuff. But it was good. I like Everyday better than Someday, just because, you know, I guess I already knew what was going on and stuff. If I had read this book a little bit earlier, before Everyday, I might like this. You know how it is. Like, if you read this book first, you might like it better than the other one. If you read the other one, you're gonna like it better than the second one. You know, it's just one of those. You know, I ended up giving it a 3 out of 5. That concludes what I've read in February. I did start reading this Savage Song by Victoria Schwab, but I'm like 50 pages in, and I've been in a reading slump right now. I can feel myself going into a reading slump. I'm trying to pull myself out of it before I go in too deep. But yeah, so far I'm like 50 pages into this Savage Song. I really like the setup and everything. It's a little confusing because, you know, I don't know the world yet, but as of right now, it's really interesting, and nothing as much has happened because it's the introduction and stuff. But where am I going with this? So yeah, that concludes what I've read in February. Thank you for watching. If you guys read any of this book, tell me what you guys liked. If you guys and then also tell me what you guys read in February, so we could talk about it and give me suggestions on what books I should read in the future and stuff. So yeah, other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.